Hi there, this is Mike of Nearly Enough Dice, and this is the Kerbal Space Program. I had decided to see if I can't get a lander onto, not a lander, an orbiter to the moon. This is my polar orbiter craft. With the only exception is that I've taken away the communitron, the standard communitron, and I've added the comms, the bigger comms dish. Other than that, it's exactly the same. So, throttle up, put on the control, and go for it. Off we go. Should find out what the key is to remove the user interface, all the HUD elements. Because there are times when you get these things that make really nice screenshots. But obviously all that junk is in the way, so theoretically what I'm trying to do is kind of two missions. The explore the moon is get something around the moon and get science back from it. So it occurs to me. And I also have another one, which is get the satellite into a specific orbit around the moon. So it occurs to me that I could possibly combine those two. In that if I get within that orbit, that counts as being in an orbit, counts as being in a specific orbit. You know, what more could you want? Right, where are we? We're here. Bring up the nav ball. Flatten out the trajectory somewhat. So this is going to be an attempt to do a moon encounter. What'll do? If I remember how to do these things. Oh, I've gone slightly off course. Oh, 67 and 127. That's a way of getting things a bit more even than I currently am. That'll have to do. Where's the moon gone? There's the moon. So there's a specific target. Yes, that specific orbit that I'm going to have to aim for. There's two orbits it's aiming. a bit confused. I may have to go back to mission control and see exactly what I'm being asked to do, because there are these two orbits that I'm being asked for. Do I have two specific orbits of the moon missions? Specific orbit of Kerbin and orbit of the moon. Kerbin, moon, moon. I do have two moon ones. I very much doubt I'm going to have enough oomph. That's the technical term, oomph. To do both orbits. I guess I'm just going to have to pick one. And the camera's changed, so I can only assume that I've left the surly bonds of Earth, or Kerbin in this game. Right. How's that? Whoop. I need to reset my target. Oh, there you go. That's a thing that I was told about. You can oh, there we go. That worked. You can get rid of a maneuver node by clicking on that little X that I just clicked. Now, speaking of maneuver nodes, I want one that'll get me to the moon and get me a moon encounter. So I'm just going to largely pick a random area and hit prograde until my APWAPS is moonish. Then what I can do, yes, see, I can get myself a bit more moonish. Whoa. I can go, brilliant. That was quick. I guess that'll do. And what I'll do is about halfway along, I'll do a correction to hit the right altitude, or the right angle. I'm keeping my big stage. I probably don't need it, but I've got a ton of fuel in it. You know, if I was being tidy, then I would just get rid of it now. In fact, I would have gotten rid of it before I circularized my orbit. But yeah, I'm slightly off the equatorial plane. That's not a problem. In fact, it's very specifically not a problem. I actually want to get. I don't want to come in at a direct angle. I want to pick one of those two moon orbits and insert myself. So if it's a you know, whatever angle. Let's actually. I'm going to quick save while I'm here. Mun Orbiter I. Yeah. Now I forgot what I was going to say. But I've got my encounter, so once I get that sorted, I want to make sure I get to the right angle, and then it's all got to be about burns to get myself in the right orbit, and I hope I'm close enough that the thermometer will work. Because then I can do science, because that's 2 of the 3 explore the moon asks. They want an orbit and they want science. Alright, get an orbit, get science in that orbit, or near the moon. And they get science from the surface of the moon. And so I'd get 2 out of 3 if that orbit is close enough that I can get a temperature reading. Technically speaking, I probably don't even care. It's going to depend on how much delta V I've got when I get there. Because of what I may want. I mean, I get the orbit. It doesn't say and keep that thing there forever. What it actually says is keep that orbit for 10 seconds, and then you get the mission. And so if I then want to go further in so the thermometer works, then fine. Hanbury. Watch as the maneuver node starts to move off. Whooey. So now instead of full burns, I do slightly slower burns, just to kind of let's see if I can't fix this. Always hitting Z at the wrong moment. I'm going to go with no. No, maybe, actually. In fact, I'm still getting a moon encounter. Oh god, what is wrong with me? So I gone from a solution where I was still getting a moon encounter, even if I'd maybe burnt a bit too much, to one where I'm just not getting anything. Okay, let's see if I've got enough fuel in this stage. I mean, I've got a stage in hand, I don't know why. But I'm still getting the moon encounter, I don't know why everything is basically fine. Let's just leave it at that, shall we? Let's just stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. I'm being stupid. I'm causing myself problems. Get rid of that. I don't know what this purple thing is. I presume that's what after I hit. Oh, okay. So I'm going to have my moon encounter. That's going to whack me around. So the purple thing is what it expects to happen. Like things, I've got quite a high. Oh, this is. Double focus view. think I might leave it there. In terms, I might not do a change because this is where I'm coming at the minute, and I want to get maybe I'll go for the blue one, and I should be able to get the blue one from there. Do I want to be clever? Can I be clever? Right, let's get rid of that maneuver node. So I get an orbit there. So maybe I do want to do something clever back here. I think what I want to do is kind of get to kind of there-ish. See, both of these orbits are going the wrong way as far as I'm... yeah. Because I'm coming in that way, they're both kind of more angled the other way. Well, okay. Oh no, I can just do that. And then come in for the green one. So I'll be pretty close to the green one. And then I'll just want to put a maneuver, you know, here-ish. Bring myself in. So I'd be quite close to that green one. I can just kind of play around with that one. I genuinely have no idea how multiple maneuver nodes work. So I'm going to actually delete, because I'm paranoid. I'm going to delete that one. I suspect it doesn't make a goddamn bit of difference. I suspect it is in fact clever enough, or it is set up sensibly, such that I can do what, you know, it'll point this way for the first maneuver, and then when I've done that one, point this way, do the other one. But I'm scared, so okay. So let us go forward a little bit. I don't particularly want to wait for 47 minutes. I just realised I'm going the exact wrong way. I'll be going exactly the opposite way to where I want to go with the. It's aggravating. So I need to actually completely redo this. So we're going the exact wrong way for the orbit, because green is going that way, and I'll be coming in this way. So let's go for the blue orbit, which is at least going that way. If I can do that anyway. So I reckon what I want to do, because blue intersects the orbit orbital path of, yeah, I think I kind of have to do that and then do a phase change here. I could be wrong about this. This might be very expensive in delta V, and I might not have enough. Though, quite frankly, if I get to the moon at all, alright, let's go with that one. 99, it's got a lot of delta V. I don't know how much delta V I've got, to be perfectly honest. Oh well. If I manage to get into an orbit, that'll do. I really should install a Kerbin alarm clock, and because that would allow me to kind of zoom up as much as possible. And it was kind of like, oh, stop! You're about to get to a maneuver node. Back to normal speed. But there's a bunch of mods I really ought to. Right. The maneuver node is moving a little bit. Yeah. Maybe I need to do another adjustment. Maybe what I should actually do is go quite low down. So many choices. I'll work something out when I get there. Right, so we're going to get rid of that node. Going to put a node here, and this is just going to bring us into orbit. And I almost don't care if anything else is wrong. Well, what the hell? Looks like I can get quite close. Well, that's going to be pretty good. It's going to be pretty good. We're vaguely on course for blue orbit. Sweet. That's a day away. Let's save. Just in case. Munar orbit approach. I'm probably making my life very difficult here because I'm doing a very sudden change. Whereas I probably could have been clever and done something a bit more swoopy. Orbital mechanics is hard, it turns out. When they say, you know, rocket science. So I did a speed up and speed down because it looked like nothing was changing, which is very weird. My booster's still there, coming along with. Now you can begin to see the approach happening. I'm just going to... I suspect I'm going to get a sudden change of... the map mode may well suddenly change because I'm going to actually hit the encounter, and then I'm going to be within the moon's sphere of influence, which I believe I'm not at the moment. And still an hour away for them. Well, nearly 2 hours away. Okay, no, okay. So now the blue thing is saying I'm going this way. Of course, that's actually all relative to the moon. It should be a short burn according to this. It says 3 seconds, but I'm not going to give it full welly. That would seem to be an easy way to go out of control. I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna. I suppose to do green orbit, I'd have to go ahead of the moon. That will take some timing and working out how to do things. Although it may have been as simple as simply adjusting my where I was doing my burn. So way back there, I would be adjusting where the burn was, where the maneuver node was on my orbit of Kerbin. And so adjusting my encounter. So instead of catching up to the moon, I did it that way, and then it's brought back. Yeah. It says 3-second burn at full, but I'm just going to go slowly. After everything, we'll remaneuver. Go slowly. Ease into the orbit. It's okay, the moon's not going anywhere. There we go. Okay, so right about here. I want to bring away. Let's get rid of that. That went wrong. That's pretty good for blue orbit. That's probably actually good enough. I've got a message. Achieve orbit. So I've got some monies and some reputation for that. When's my next move? Another 2 hours. I've actually lost track of where my actual ship is. There we go. Alright, it's another 2 hours for that burn. So, we will of course zoom forwards. Don't know how to put the focus back on so that the thing follows the ship. I'm sure there's some cunning way, but I don't know what it is. Let's go for 15 seconds or so. Again, not going to give full thrust. Although the thing has no idea what... Wow, I've got so much fuel. Clearly my beast is in fact a little overbuilt. Wouldn't say over-engineered. Over-engineered implies I know what I'm doing. There we go, ease into orbit. Now let's have a look at... So I've got the orbit. Oh no, blue orbit needed a materials bay. Oh no! Blue orbit needed a materials bay. Can I change to green orbit? Am I going to be able to change to green orbit? Anyway. Oh, I needed a materials bay, that's so annoying. Anyway, oh! I should color code the missions or something. Right. Seems you're getting electric charge. So if I can find my let's extend it. And there's the thermometer. Oh no, am I too far away? Now the problem is I might not now be able to get it to allow me to... Okay. Can I get to green orbit from where I am? Well, okay. If I decide that I don't care about green orbit, because green orbit is the other way, that's going to be a pain in the bottom to do. God damn it. Materials bay. Right, alright. So, if we just say sod getting the specific orbits. Oh, that's weird. Oh, have I still got a maneuver node? Right, so if let's just go in a bit. Say about 10k. That'll do, close enough. I've had a bad thought. I've had a thought that I should probably not be having. Seeing as not transmitting any data just now, put it away. Do have a fair amount of fuel there. Could just drop the thing on the moon. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? I think I'm gonna hold the episode here. I got the Munar orbit. The only reason I didn't get the mission is I didn't realize that particular orbit needed a materials bay. Maybe I should have checked before I left. So my next mission is get close enough to the moon to get a temperature reading, and maybe drop this thing that is in no way a lander. Drop this thing that is in no way a lander on the moon. But that is going to be next time. So thanks very much for watching. Hit like and subscribe and all that if you've been enjoying these videos. If you happen to be interested in tabletop role-playing games, then come and visit us at nearlyenoughdice.com. We also discuss video games and board games and card games and things like that. But, you know, tabletop role-playing games is kind of our focus. And finally, I have been Mike of Nearly Enough Dice. And until we meet again, reach for the stars.